There is one more thing that I came across, and I had no idea that this. I actually just learned about this about a month ago. So there's something that's going to come out, if it hasn't already, that's called an Ultra FICO score. So what I'm going to do is talk to you about Ultra FICO score and then your regular normal FICO score. So what's the difference? Ultra FICO versus FICO. So your traditional FICO only looks at, it looks at only the money that you borrow from lenders. Okay. So credit cards, car loans, student loans, mortgages, things of that nature, personal loans. It does not look at your traditional bank accounts, savings accounts, checking accounts, money market accounts, things of that nature. Does not take that into effect. It only takes into effect money that you borrow from lenders, credit cards, car loans, mortgages, and things like that. Ultra FICO, it does look at your banking. It'll look at your checking account. It will look at your savings account. It will look at your money, if you have money market accounts, which are, it's another form of a checking account, but it gives you a higher rate of return. But you have to have more. Usually, have to have more money in there than a traditional checking account. So it will look at three factors here, and this is very interesting. It first looks at your account history. Okay, how long have you had your checking account, your savings account, your money market account? And the longer you've had it, the better. It'll look at your account balances in those. Ultra FICO is going to look for what we call a healthy average balance. Okay? So the Ultra FICO website, it doesn't spell it out, but it does suggest that consumers with a balance of at least $400 over a 3-month period, you'd fare well in their new scoring system. Okay? So I'm going to say that again. The Ultra FICO website, it doesn't spell out exactly how it is, but it will suggest to consumers that if you have a balance of $400 or more over a 3-month time period, you should fare well in their new system. Okay? That's number 2. So that's your account balances. Number 3 is your account activity. Okay? Now, what do they mean by that? Do you regularly pay your bills through your bank account? Okay? If not, you might want to start, since this is going to be considered too, particularly how often you pay recurring bills. Now, by recurring bills, they mean utilities and like cell phones and things of that nature. How often you pay them through your checking account. That's going to affect this Ultra FICO score as well. So again, the 3 things that an Ultra FICO score is going to look at in addition to the regular FICO is your account history, your account balance, and your account activity. And by account, we're talking about checking, savings, money market. It's very interesting. I had no idea about this. So, Ultra FICO says if you show responsible financial behavior, so we'll put that in quotes and say if you show responsible financial behavior in these accounts, this could improve your Ultra FICO credit score. So, in me looking at this from the outside in, it looks like this is a way if someone has less than stellar credit, your credit is imperfect, trying to get that score up, this is a good way for you to do that if you have a good banking history with your checking account, savings account, money markets account. Now, as a whole, banks and lenders are not going to use an Ultra FICO score in replace of a regular traditional FICO. The traditional FICO is here, and it's not going anywhere. So what they're thinking is the Ultra FICO is more likely going to be like a backup model to the FICO score. So if you have a FICO score and it's strong, there's no need for you to do an Ultra FICO. You know what I mean? So you're a lender is going to look at your FICO and see, you're in the upper tier. You don't need to do an Ultra. But if you know that your FICO score is either fair, or poor, this may be a good way for you to build that score up quicker if you have a good banking history. So again, if your regular FICO is not high enough to qualify you to get that car note or mortgage, you may be able to lean on that ultra FICO score as a backup, and that may be able to get you over the top, over the bar. So here's a couple things that I want you to remember about this now, and this is important. The ultra FICO is voluntary. You do not, by under any means, have to give a lender your banking information. You don't. So this is voluntary. Ultra FICO is completely voluntary. Don't have to do it. And the other thing is, it's a large difference from your FICO score, because a FICO score is calculated, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian are your three major credit agencies. They are calculating a FICO score based on the creditors that are reporting to them, whether you like it or not. So you have that score whether you like it or not. Ultra FICO is voluntary, so you will get that if you want that. The other ones are calculating it, again, whether you like it or not. So